Let's talk about debt, baby. Let's talk about the banks and let's talk about all the dumb things and the bad things we did. I do apologize for that. So I knew this video was going to come up eventually if I was going to be talking about finances and Dave Ramsey. Here are the Dave Ramsey baby steps. Perhaps you've heard of them. Step 1, $1,000 saved in an emergency fund. Step 2, pay off all your debts except for your mortgage. Step 3, 3 to 6 months living expenses in an emergency fund. Step 4, save 15% of your income toward retirement. Step 5, fund your kids' college fund. Step 6, pay off your mortgage early. And Step 7, live and give like no one else. We are currently in baby step 2, and the debts we had, sans our mortgage, were 3 different credit cards and a car loan, and these were their approximate maximum balances. At most, we were about $24,000 in debt, which may not sound like much, but we're also a single-income household living in a lower cost of living part of the country. Housing where we live, in fact, is only about 90% the national average. Our household income, by contrast, is under $50,000 a year, so smaller hole but also smaller shovel. Today we're sitting at just below $7,500 in non-mortgage debt. And by our calculations, the last credit card balance should be gone by August of this year. And then the car loan should be gone by the end of this year, January of next year at the latest. Though I admit, in December, I'll likely just pay off whatever remains on the car loan balance, even if it involves taking our emergency fund down to just under $1,000, just to be able to say we completed baby step 2 in 2018. Now, if that 2.7K being gone by August sounds a little odd, it's because that is a 0% interest on a credit card that we have. We did a balance transfer to a 0% APR for X number of months, and that interest rate will shoot up to 14.5% in the middle of August. So while we have the money to pay it off, if we divided the remaining balance by the number of months remaining, we could pay it off in that time, no problem. What we're actually doing is we're paying the minimum payments on that and taking the remainder of what it would take if we divided it evenly and depositing it into an online savings account that gets 1.7% interest. So we've taken what would have been, 14+% negative interest on something, and instead we're getting 1.7% positive interest. Is it going to be life-changing? No, not really. But since it wasn't our last debt, it's not pushing us to stay in debt any extra length of time. I thought this was a worthwhile and semi-smart way to make a little bit while we're paying off debt. Thanks for watching. Class dismissed.